The Enclave was once the heart of magical development and trade for practitioners of magic all across the Maida Basin. Not all weavers claimed it as their home, but those that did built a legacy of progress, constructs, and innovation. The likes of which have not been seen since the Surge, almost half a century ago, when a cascade of arcane disasters racked the Maida, and without warning, the Enclave sealed itself away behind a magical wall known as the Veil. Rich and powerful leaders were wounded and killed. Decades of war broke out. Every nation suffered an economic collapse. The world is calmer now, but magic has been shunned, taking the blame for decades of unrest. Weavers remain pariahs to this day. Most places tolerate us if we don't stay too long. While some weavers remember what it was like before the Surge, I've never known a time when weavers had a home. I chose this life years ago, but I'd be lying if I said it's lived up to all I hoped it would be. Stop! Still, my luck might be changing. A few weeks ago, I began traveling with a new weaver band. Now, they've brought me here, where it all began.
Oh.
Careful.
Thanks.
Bryn! Over here! What do you think?
When you told me that joining your band meant I'd see the Veil, I wasn't picturing this.
No one's been this close in years. The Weavers have known about this safe zone in the Veil's shadow for decades. But you have no idea what I had to do to puzzle out.
I definitely want to hear that story later.
My hope is that we're going to find artifacts from the Enclave. I'll stay to oversee the camp setup.
Really?
Of course. It's important for the other Weave. The map I bartered for in Tarza suggests there's a watch...
That's my first landmark, then?
Yes. It should help us get our bearings before we start. And if you make any discoveries, that...
For sure. I'd love to find my footing with...
I'll act as the watcher on the scry. Just steer clear of the tangle. Any questions before you head out?
The Strand Road?
A famous trade route into the Enclave that led straight before the Surge. Caravans used the Strand. It's been completely submerged by Tangle. Still, if we can get any closer to that...
I know the scry is a standard device across weaver bands.
He... sent you...
I mean, I wore the earpiece, but he didn't...
That's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah. Anyway, mind explaining?
When you go on an expedition, you'll wear the earpiece, which allows me to communicate with you. At the table, everyone will be able to watch your The last, most important function of the...
Right. That clears up anything I needed to know. I'll head...
Glad to hear it. No visuals on the scry. Can you hear me?
I can. Some interference, though.
Must be the tangles. Still, strong enough to pull you out like we practiced. Dom?
I'm on it.
The Veil. Even more impressive up close.
enchantment?
Tangles. Beautiful.
And deadly. Give them a wide berth. The closer you get to the Veil, the thicker they'll become.
Its shadow is believed to be impenetrable.
Until now.
That wall is completely frozen.
We should expect enchantments to act strangely this close to the Veil.
See those glowing bulbs? Infernal alliums. They combust when broken. So, if I toss one at the wall, its fire will melt the ice.
Brilliant! Best to use kinetic magic to keep clear of the blast.
Perfect. Knowing the watchtower's relative position establishes the distance to the Strand Road. You can come back to... What is that?
Coral. There were rumors of a living mineral that grew deep beneath the Enclave's surface. It seems they were true.
There's more of it in that cave. I could take a closer look.
Too risky to deviate from the plan. First outing was just to reach the watchtower.
This is going well. I say we check it out before finishing the expedition. Beautiful. I've never seen anything like it.
Darm's right about it being a living mineral. I can feel it humming with magic.
Wait, I'm losing...
Aurea?
Bring connections back.
Was that a drake?
Yeah.
Pulling you out.
Mira's breath. I knew this was a bad idea.
We can't extract you.
Darm, fix it. And Lane have tonics on standby for her return. Good. Head out of the cave so we can get our bearings.
It's an Ash Peak Drake.
Quick, your frost magic can cool a path. Good. Darn's still working on the scribe, but you need to keep moving. Lane, got anything from the map?
There should be a minor patrol path ahead that loops back to the watchtower. It runs close to the Vale, though.
It's our only option.
I'm on it.
Oria, that Drake's acting like...
Let's just focus on getting her back safe.
I'll go back to unpacking the armory.
Damn it, Casmin was right. That Drake is rutting. Erratic flight. Aggressive. It won't stop.
Skies, what do we do?
We get you back to the caravan fast. Clear line of fire. Good time to use your bow.
If I'm reading the map correctly, following this brook should lead to the path guards used to reach the watchtower prior to the surge.
That Drake is never far behind. Just keep going.
That's the path.
You're doing great, Bryn. Final stretch.
That can't be an ark.
No one has seen one in almost 50 years, let alone outside the Vale.
The Archons never left the Enclave. Still, you need to get... You've got to hold it off. We'll work on an escape plan. What have you got?
Trying, but she's too close to the Vale. The tangles.
Too thick, I know.
wasn't the strangest.
What the? Hang on, Bryn.
Everything okay back there?
Change of plans, everyone! Pack up!
You're... What?
We're coming to you, Bryn. Follow that arc. We need to go, now. Up ahead! Lead! Ah! I'm fine. Keep moving! Guys, the arc!
Has anyone else noticed? We're practically sitting on a loom.
That can wait, Dom. Aurea, you should be resting.
That's what I need to address. While my wing recovers, Bryn will take her...
You sure she's ready for all of this?
Bryn did face down an Ash Peak Drake and lived to tell the tale.
Yes. I have every confidence.
As long as we don't all die here first.
Our arrival was rocky, but I will do everything in my power to if we avoid unnecessary risks.
I'm glad you're taking this seriously.
Exactly. When we first set out to investigate the Vale, the Enclave was once a safe haven for all. Since the Vale went up. We've all because of what happened. We owe it to ourselves and to our brethren across them. Maybe then, Weavers can... But first, Bryn, that's you and me. Adjourned.
The scribe. The whole band gathers around when I'm away from camp. It's nice to have people literally watching my back. So after all the legends, this is it.
Legends for you, maybe. Some of us trained under weak. Still, it is surreal to see it for myself now. You're going to be out there, exploring. Promise to take it all in for me.
You must be devastated that your wing is holding.
I can't deny that my heart breaks at the prospect of being stuck behind the... Besides, this wing won't keep me down for long.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Anyway, enough with the sentimentality. Thankfully, Lane Free has an old map. It's 60 years old. Pre-surge.
I'll update it as I go.
Exactly. We've made camp in what was once a way station. Just below us is Glintwood Hollow, a valley on the outskirts of the Enclave. A second loom gate, and what appears to be...
You can see it from here? Must be massive.
If either is functional, Dom will throw you. I'll be with you on the scry. With fewer tangles, we're hoping the
I'll head out now. So this is a loom gate.
The Enclave constructed these for transit.
There's no sign of damage.
Deactivated, perhaps? Or simply
You'd know better than any of us.
Oh, the possibilities. All the places we... metaphorically, of course. The loom gates famously moved people one at a time. Too dangerous otherwise, I imagine.
You're cute together. It's great to see a couple.
Who could have it any other way?
After being together for 7 years, we're bound to...
Come, my love. There must be some...
Your tent. Might not be glamorous.
It's perfect.
Don't know about perfect. I could have done a better job.
Seriously, I didn't have anything close to this.
Huh. That's...
I've got you clear as a sands of summer, Bryn.
No interference from the Enclave?
None. The connection is much stronger than outside the Vale.
That's reassuring.
Arcs!
And they're clearly happy we're here.
Arcs were supposed to be used for manual labor. Hostility. ability is strange.
Fresh water, in walking distance of the campsite.
I'll set up a purifier for it and collect later.
Hydra's Grove, aptly named for the spirit of water that flows.
Creatures could be hunted for food. Any of these plants look edible?
Dan will put anything in his mouth if he's curious enough. Whatever he doesn't vomit, we'll eat.
Just try not to poison him.
This must be Hydra's Lake.
But lakes are still. Why name it after the spirit of flowing water?
I was right. It is an ark. A great one.
It isn't moving. I'll get a closer look.
An ark of the stricken earth, I would guess. Any chance you could bring a piece of it back to camp?
Doubt my sword is strong enough.
Too bad. Strange that it's just standing there.
Maybe the second loom gate will tell us more. Enclave constructs are believed to be interconnected in many ways.
That's the edge of how far I can push the scry. It'd be like in the Veil's shadow all over again.
This must be the second loom gate.
What's covering the base?
I'll check it out. A lot of debris on the platform. I could clear it with kinetic magic.
What about the loom gate itself? Is it functional?
No sign of life, but see that cloud of raw magic? It's leaking from the broken pipe near the edge of the platform.
So we have two powerless loom gates and a tangle leaking out of an enclave construction. I wonder if Lane still has that treatise we picked up in Taza.
And he's gone. Good news. Lane found a shortcut back to our camp for you, and we've got the wisp working.
The wisp?
Watch us, Wisp. Channel a little magic into your earpiece. I'll redirect it to guide you from the scry to the shortcut.
I see the path.
Good. That should take you to the shortcut.
That should be it. According to my map, it's a man-made tunnel that grants easy access to the way station.
Bryn's back. Let's fill her in.
We believe we found a way to activate the loom gate in our camp and in Glintwood Hollow.
Are you sure this is safe?
Yeah.
There are no documented accounts of unspooling in what we know of. The idea that one can be disintegrated down.
Great. So, how do we repair?
What made the Enclave remarkable was it has long been rumored that beneath the pipe you found in Glintwood Hollow is proof.
And the tangle that formed around it was a leak.
Precisely. Our theory is that patching the rupture...
Thankfully, Seven Lane have a plan.
We don't know a lot about arcs, but I dug up some old stories. In notes dated before the surge, this band managed to get one of...
Apparently, the arcs have a thin carapace, a magically resistant material.
So I need to cleave this carapace off the arc.
Come see me and we can make some improvements to Solace Forge.
I could hone your sword so we can cleave the carrot.
We'll talk.
One more thing. You'll need to remove the debris on the loom gates.
Easy enough?
Everyone's got a part to play in this. Let's get to...
Hey, I know we need to fix up the forge, but
Sure. What for?
I've been a little cold since you've arrived, and I was just under a lot of stress.
You mean when we ran...
Yeah, that. And losing supply.
Lacks experience.
At the time, that's what it seemed like. But you made finding food and water a top priority. I underestimated you when I shouldn't have.
It's okay, Cass.
No, it's not. I really am.
Thanks. That means a lot.
I'd love that.
So, I know Sola mentioned improvements to... What does that entail?
Unfortunately, the missing supply...
Is there a way I can help you restock?
Right now, we reserve the materials you bring back for your armors and weapons. But if there's anything you can spare...
Sounds simple enough.
Glad to hear it. These are a great start. With the supplies we've got already, we could shape up our camps. We lost a lot of stuff when we were running for our lives, but we can rebuild.
What do you have in mind?
Like we discussed. Sola could forge better weapons with improvements to her smith. Alternatively, Dom could certainly... And to keep you in fighting form, there's no end to the improvements we could make around here.
What about you?
Me? Oh,
Come on. There must be some...
I mean, would new shelves be nice? Sure. I also have some... But don't worry about me. I'm fine. Right now, improving Sola's Forge is more important.
You're always thinking 10 steps ahead. I love it. The better prepared our Weaver Band is...
Oh.
Totally.
Thanks, Bren. Sola is delighted with the improvements to her forge. She can refine your sword as soon as you'd like. Great work, Britt.
Turns out we make a pretty good team.
Yeah. We're definitely going to need to start directing. Would help to get a garden going in here too. Fruits, vegetables, medicinal... What?
Do you ever take a break? You know...
Sure. Sometimes. Once there are fewer fires to put out, I'll relax. I swear.
Just try to remember, it's not the... Someone will step in to help lighten your load.
It doesn't always feel like the others realize how much...
Then tell them. Like how you told me we needed... I stepped in to help, didn't I?
You did.
The others will do the same.
Maybe.
forget to block. I knew he'd recover. We always do.
Still a long way to go, but we'll get there.
Speaking of, we've been scavenging around the way station. They're stored away and ready for you. Should be enough.
Can you also
Sure can. Weapons or armor.
What's the key difference between
If you want gear that does something fundamentally different, for instance, there are fabrics, a suit of armor made of a combination. If you don't need something additional, that's when you reform.
What should I expect?
It depends on the materials we use. Others make your gear lighter.
Sounds like it's time to make something.
Fit for a point. There you go. Not just
Now that I can cut the carapace free.
whenever the band is collaborating on a problem, I'm often the one to... At least normally they're my designs. Sev actually came up...
Any particular metal required?
No, just enough of the same type. Seven, once you have everything we need...
I wonder how this arc managed to get us through the Veil.
By the looks of it,
Well, the Enclave built many arcs and...
you think we might find another ark that...
or possibly repair this one?
We know as much as we can from looking at it.
So look, this plan to repurpose...
Aurea. It's Lane.
What's that?
They don't like to be called Lane Frey. I heard you saying it to Bryn earlier. That's the name their parents chose. Lane is the name they chose.
Oh, Lane, Lane, Lane. Not Lane Free, but Lane. You're coming up on the Ark of the Stricken Earth. With a stronger sword, hopefully the carapace will come off easy.
This might take a while.
You'll need to swing harder to cut through armor that thick.
What's happening?
Retrieving the carapace is going to be trickier than we thought.
Is she really ready to fight that thing?
Catch your breath. When you're ready, you can climb the Ark to attack it from different angles. That's it! Hit the exposed skin with everything you've got. Magic isn't coursing through that patch of skin anymore. Move on.
might lose our chance to get the carapace, but you secured it.
Any concerns about using the Archon strand, Dom?
Concerns? None. Excitement? Considerable. We should be able to weave that strand into your mantle, Bryn.
All right. With kinetic magic, I should be able to clear the base of the loom gate. All done.
Nice work, Bryn. We should have enough space to work on fixing that pipe now.
Perfect.
You think this patch will fix the leaking pipe?
Yes. And with the debris cleared, why don't you tell Aria we've got everything we need?
Me?
Acting or otherwise. Major community.
I'll keep that in mind. The patch is ready, and I've cleared the debris at the...
Excellent work, Bryn. Time for you to take a well-earned...
You sure you don't need me to come?
We've got this. And you...
All right. If you... How's it going?
Bryn, you're awake. We're making progress over here. Careful with that.
Hey, no one came back to camp, did they? Is the rest of the band still with you?
We're all here. And the leak is just about fixed.
Hey, wait, I just want to talk. That was incredible.
Hey, couldn't have done it without you.
Actually, we couldn't have done it without Sev. I didn't...
I'm not...
Not to distract from the victory, but something happened.
A Hearthsider?
Maybe. The figure... I think they were watching me.
How friendly.
If there are people still left in the Enclave, we need...
Yes. I was just thinking we should chase down the scary masked figure that likes to watch Bryn sleep.
Since we arrived, we've been speculating about what... But no one here knows the truth. I think the truth is worth...
You're right. We won't find answers.
Friendly or hostile, if they're a hot...
Agreed.
And the good news is, fixing the loom gate, it expanded our...
So scries are somehow connected to the
Every scry was built...
This means you not only have...
Incidentally, our maps indicate that there is a...
Perhaps we'll find our Hearthsider there.
Sounds good.
After that, it's time...
Why didn't you guys return using it yourself?
We needed to take a key swatch back to camp in order to... We'll make sure you have a key swatch to connect any...
Shouldn't we be trying to find a way out of here?
Focus.
Here to brief.
I like to know everything I can before venturing off to an...
Just beyond the forested hills of Glintwood Hollow, much like the Hollow, the Enclave prospected many of the raw materials. Oh, it's no coincidence you found the Ark of the Stricken Earth. I believe the natural surroundings of the Mire were also rich in resources.
Which is where I might find that masked figure that was watching me.
It's possible. Regardless,
What can you tell me about Poldervale? It seems like it was...
Indeed. Though, when you take instantaneous travel through Loomgate, the village was likely settled. Resources farmed here could easily be...
Apart from the village, it sounds like this is mostly untamed land.
We've made camp in a way station that's pretty far, and the Mire yet even more remote. Everything I've read says the deeper into the outskirts...
You're saying my battle with the Great Ark...
Possibly?
Some of the others didn't seem so sure we should be trying to... What do you think?
History demands we find... If the masked figure truly is a Hearths and of the Surf...
Sounds like I'd better find them. Thanks for the info, Lane.
My pleasure. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I didn't have... But watching the band work gave me an idea for...
A loom?
Yes. It's a shard that could draw magic from...
How is this different from Aurea?
Unaided, Aurea can only summon enough magic. Because this shard draws magic from the tapestry...
Thanks, Lane.
Ready?
Let's do this.
First trip through the Loom Gate is a success.
That was so awesome!
The Sodom Pass. A fitting name for the road to the wetlands.
According to the maps, you're getting close to Dredger's Mire.
Designed for a two-hander. Looks like it was being packed up to ship.
It'll be exciting to work off an Enclave design firsthand.
I know you're excited to explore, but first things first. Use our key swatch with a loom gate in the mire, so that it's easy to return.
Right. I'll check the maps.
Perfect. I can see the connection. We'll be able to come back whenever we'd like.
Without having to trek through all the mud.
The beauty of instantaneous travel. Keys watches are an ingenious system for connecting loom gates together.
This is Poldervale, but what happened? The village is completely frozen.
This can't be natural.
I think it's safe to say no one lives here. Where else could I look for a Hearthsider?
I can't quite remember why, but something tells me you should search for a watchtower. The maps indicate there may be some nearby.
Doubt security would be active if the village was vacated.
Just trust me on this. I've got some cross-referencing to do.
All right, Bryn. You heard them.
Watchtower. Got it. Just like home. You're round a corner and a glacier's right there to greet you. Another drink.
This one doesn't seem as aggressive. Must not be rutting.
Should leave you alone unless you get close.
There's a watchtower ahead.
Found the tome I was looking for. It mentioned that key swatches were held by security in the Enclave's more remote villages. It ensured their loom gates could be reconnected to more central locations if needed. Perhaps our Hearthsider won't be in the watchtower, but a key swatch to Denevran could be.
Genius, Lane. Nice work. The Archon Expanse. Pre-Surge, the Arks trod this passage daily to transport and farm resources from the outskirts.
According to this logbook, all the key swatches were removed from the Poldervale Watch a few years after the surge.
Strange.
But there was one key swatch that was borrowed and never returned by the mayor at his residence in Poldervale.
Perhaps it's still there.
It'll be tough for me to withstand the cold long enough to search for it.
The rest of the band could help you navigate that? Try discussing the challenge with a few of them next time you're at camp. I've got you.
flame strand. Could always do with a little heat.
Sola, any thoughts on how I might go about...
With the right materials,
What kind of materials could I bring you?
a calla hide would do the trick for one.
There are plenty of those prowling in the out...
My darling, I suspect the way the light filters through...
Stop. It'll go to my...
Should I come back later?
Sorry, Bryn.
But since you're here...
Oh?
I don't know if you know this, but my wife is...
Well, a revolving...
Oh, details. You've made more of your... Anyway, I know you always hoped so. I asked Lane to look and...
Oh, darn.
What could be more pressing than helping my wife? As luck would have it, there were
Really?
Perhaps our daring point might be able to...
I mean, if it's too much...
Of course. I'd be happy to help.
Perfect. I'll leave you to discuss...
Anything in particular I should look for?
The Tarmakine smithing techniques. It might be too much to hope for anything close. I'd take anything.
Got it. I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, Bryn.
So, we're hunting a rogue. When dealing with temperature, your magic can...
I'm guessing we fight frost.
Just so. Like building a fire.
Unfortunately, I don't have...
Ah, but you do. It's just not...
Hey, Lane. Got any ideas on...
I imagine long underwear.
Maybe...
I'm teasing, of course. Drinking a frost shroud file would do the trick. I don't have the facilities to make one.
I'll keep that in mind next time I have some supply.
and unfettered access to the Enclave's capital.
Amazing, Bryn.
Denebron awaits.
Impressive, Bryn. We're on our way to Deneb.
Everyone helped.
In a well-run band, everything takes teamwork. Since you've been crisis promoted to not everyone could accomplish what you have. In fact, most would crumble under the pressure.
You know what? You're right.
Ah, good.
Nah. I know, it really means a lot to hear it from you.
You won't need to for long.
Thanks, Aurea.
Now, enough talk.